How are you folks? Hope everyone is well and safe at this time during our shelter in place. Tonight, what I'd like to show you guys is how to make a very simple dish, just a basic marinara sauce. Now, there's a lot of debate about how this is done, and some people make it, in my opinion, much more complicated than it needs to be. Very simple dish, very easy to make, only about 3 or 4 ingredients, and you can make a really great marinara sauce in about a half hour. It's really simple, delicious. So let's do it. All right, folks, so tonight in preparation of our marinara sauce, here are our ingredients. You need just a can of San Marzano tomatoes. Why San Marzano? Because they're the best, and we're gonna crush them by hand, and these are the only ones that will really crush properly by hand, okay? They cost a little more. They're delicious, they're sweet, and they'll crush by hand. Trust me, they're worth the extra $2. About a half an onion, half a medium-sized onion, a couple of cloves of garlic, and you need a quality extra virgin olive oil. That's basically it. And you need a sharp knife. So I'm just gonna use a chef's knife. I sharpen these myself. You wanna make sure you have a good sharp knife. So the easiest way to dice your onion, I'm gonna go this way. Watch your fingers. And then we're gonna go this way. And that's basically it. Your onion is diced. Now for my purposes, I want it a little bit finer, so I might chop a little bit. That's basically it. It's basically how you quickly, easily break down your onion. Okay, so, and then for our garlic, really very simple. We're gonna smash them a little bit to get the skin off, and we're gonna give these guys a fine dice. That's basically it. That's how you do the garlic. We'll smash these guys up, give them a fine dice, and that'll help you just take the skin off. Don't be afraid to crush it. We're gonna chop them up anyway. I want to just get that skin off, okay? And these I want fairly fine. Okay, so we're pretty much ready. Oops, get an occasional jumper. But that's basically it. So our garlic and our onions are pretty much ready to go. Okay, so next step, the tomatoes. All right, folks, so step 2 in prepping our ingredients here, we're just gonna take these San Marzano tomatoes, and I'm gonna crush them by hand, and only San Marzanos will really do this. So just gonna take them and literally just crush them, and they're super soft, and they're just gonna fall apart like that in your hand. So we wanna get them nice and just small little pieces. And you can pull out any pieces of basil or leave them, it doesn't really matter. Any pieces of stem, like the green hard stem at the top of the tomato, you can pull those out. So I'm doing this in 2 batches just because this is the only bowl I have available really to work with right now to show you. But that's basically it. So I've really crushed that down. Now if you try this with other types of tomatoes, they're not going to crush like this. You're going to have big, thick chunks of tomato, and they're just not going to have that sweetness, that flavor of the San Marzanos. That's one of the green stems I was talking about. See, you can pull those. Those aren't doing anything for us. But that's basically it. That's how you crush them. So now that all my ingredients are prepped, what I've done is I've put the onions, just generously covered the bottom of the pan with some olive oil, and I have my onions in there. I'm going to cook those down for about 10-15 minutes just to get them nice and translucent, okay? And I'm doing that on a fairly low flame. You see this has a double burner. I'm going to lower that, in fact, a little bit because it's too high. We don't want them to brown. But I'm going to give them about 10 minutes. Then we're going to add our garlic and then the tomatoes. All right, so now looking at the onions, you can see they've gotten translucent somewhat. They've been cooking for about 12 minutes. So now I'm just going to add my garlic. And I'm gonna give that a little stir. And I'm gonna give it another minute or two now with the garlic. And I'm gonna add our tomatoes. All right, so my onions are nice and translucent. I've cooked the garlic down just a little bit. We don't want to brown it. A couple of minutes, and so now I'm just going to add my tomatoes, like so. Let's get all that yummy San Marzano goodness. Don't want to waste any of this. Okay, and just going to give that a good stir. Mix it up real well. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna turn that heat up a little bit, just to get it to a boil. And then I'll bring it back down, but we just wanna heat it up a little bit because we wanna cook away some of that water. And we're gonna let this go for at least 20 minutes. The longer you cook it, the better it'll taste. But that's basically it. That's how you do a basic marinara sauce. All right, guys, so this has been going for about 20-30 minutes, and you can see that it's getting really nice and thick. One thing that's important, try to stir that center. Just periodically, every couple of minutes, you want to give it a stir. This is a copper tin line pan, so the sides get really hot as well. So I try to keep the sides clean so we don't get burnt sauce on the sides. And I'm just about done here. You can see how that thickened up really nicely, and that's just gonna be delish. And that's basically it. That's how you make marinara sauce.